Every day we keep reporting on the latest developments and what's going on between North Korea and the United States and now China, this constant rhetoric and people basically dropping word bombs. And President Trump with his Twitter feed, Kim Jong-un with his state-run media, now China with their rhetoric, all of this basically saying it looks like we are headed toward war and there's nothing anyone can do about it. And everybody's getting into a kind of an agitated state. Now you've got our Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, coming out and saying, everybody needs to be calm. It's okay. Americans can sleep well at night. We've got this handled. No, you don't. Okay, here's part of the issue. You are using people like pawns. I mean, you look at Guam, for instance. Guam has been directly threatened by North Korea now as part of the attack. And part of the issue is that we've got military bases there on Guam, which are poised directly to be able to strike in Asia. They're not necessarily pointed just at North Korea. I mean, they're pointed over the whole area. They're ready to go and kill whoever the commander-in-chief tells them to go and get, whether it's North Korea or China or even Australia, whatever. If the order came, they would go. That's what Andersen Air Force Base is there for in Guam, and that's what the naval station in Guam is there for. They are forward operating bases to go out there and deal death to whoever the political masters decide is the enemy. So wouldn't that then therefore be a viable military target? I mean, we're not talking about somebody targeting Los Angeles and saying, I am going to show America a lesson by wiping out a large amount of their population. They're talking about targeting a military base. And yes, there are civilians who live in Guam. It'd be the same thing here in Alaska. Right in the Fairbanks area, we've got a Army base and we've got an Air Force base, both in close proximity in the Fairbanks area. I would say that this would be a military target. Same thing down in Anchorage, where you've got J-Bear, the Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson. Right there, you've got the two bases actually attached to each other, the Army and the Air Force. Isn't it reasonable to think that if we go to war, actual, honest-to-God war, that the military would be one of the first targets? Now, all of that being said, I don't think that the comments coming out of North Korea, or even China in this case, are necessarily over the top or crazy. I think that what they're saying is this. We are doing the same thing the United States is doing. We are protecting ourselves. We are building a nuclear arsenal. We are building missiles to protect ourselves from your aggression. If it's okay for us to protect ourselves from every conceivable threat, why is it not okay for them to protect themselves? So here's my takeaway on all of this. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about the situation. It doesn't mean that we should just all go out and grab some tequila shots. What it does mean is that you need to look at what would happen if it does happen, and are you prepared to pick up the pieces on the other side? I'm not talking about necessarily building a bomb shelter, although that's not necessarily a bad idea either. I'm talking about simply having some food supplies, some candles, some basic emergency stuff, tarps, blankets, sleeping bags, so that you can survive in case the power grid goes down for an indefinite period of time. We'll talk about that more. We've got some interviews in the preppers section of the website, radiofreespeech.com. Check it out.